Welcome back to Let's Play Grandia 2. Last time we got to this place and Elena's headband was glowing something fierce. Okay, there was just a light on it. Oh yeah, because you can see the lights like hitting that place at the halfway point. So yeah, we got to this town and apparently monsters have laid waste to the land and now everybody's scared. So that's a good deal. Apparently we know this innkeeper though. Weren't you just insulting this place like last recording? See, and this is the kind of thing though where you learn at least a little bit more about Ryudo. Like he's been around, man. Just knows people. I saw something up here. I saw a chair get knocked over. So they're like merchants or something?
I beg you again, is the answer still no?
When I say no, I mean no. We're born with so much luck, kid. Personally, I'm saving mine for retirement.
Yeah, retirement. What the boss says is right. Right, Paella?
That's right. Bravery's not the same as bravado, right, Gonzola? Push your luck and you'll lose it all.
Yeah, it's just like Paella says. The odds are too stacked. We just ain't cut out for these high-stakes gambles.
Please help me. I beg of you. It's precious to me.
You just don't understand how the world works. It ain't our job to be fighting in the first place. If you want some monsters slain, boy, why don't you go ask the Geo-Hound over there?
Look away.
Never heard of him.
Don't make eye contact.
Please, a monster has stolen my precious medal.
Crap.
It was a memento of my mother. Will you help me get it back, please? I can pay you whatever you ask.
Sorry, I cannot spare the time. I'm already in the middle of one job.
Ryudo, I think we should try—
Aren't we in a hurry to get you to the cathedral? Sorry, kid, but you'd better give up on your medal.
Do I have to? Oh, I guess so.
Look, if the place is overrun with monsters, yeah, maybe it's a memento of your mother. It's really important to you, I get that. But your life is more important than anything that could be in there right now. Like, oh, I'm always looking at the text, but I always feel like when he says no offense, he kind of like looks over at the kid. Like, look, if we stop for every weeping brat, no offense. He says they make the corners round, but he means like it takes the edge off. So it'll ease you up, it'll loosen you up and relax you. Hey, Elena, he said take it easy. That's... Maybe you're hungry, but that's not taking it easy. Oh dear. Right in the berries. I can understand, even if, like, potentially making an amount of money along the way would be a good deal, I can understand Ryudo's want to get this thing over and done with quickly. For one, he feels at least a degree of responsibility for what happened to Elena and for taking care of Elena. And given that he's not being paid for this. He was paid in a small gold statue that was worth about 500 coins. He's already been paid, and I've already spent that money. So I can understand him just wanting to get this unpaying crap over and done with so he can move on with his life. Meanwhile, Ryudo's gonna sneak out at night and clean house. Not again. Maybe. If I say no, will you leave me alone? And now I'm boned. I love that Sky is, like, smeared up against the wall when that happened, though. Like, it didn't just freeze him in place or whatever, no, it smeared him to the wall. Can you take a few steps back? You're kinda stepping into my personal space here? No, I don't want you to follow me. Go away. Don't come with me. I'm pretty sure you've mixed up like 3 different sayings there. And though it may not be immediately obvious, but what Ryudo said there is correct. These aren't actually, they're not geohounds, they're not mercenaries, they're carnival folk. They're performers. They've maybe had to learn to take care of themselves in order to get by in this day and age, but they're not warriors. Save everybody some trouble. Why, you're correct. That does sound like fun. And with that, Millennia has joined our group proper. To be perfectly honest, Millennia is like my favorite character in this entire game. Like, Ryudo's freaking great though, but like, Millennia is a character. They knew her personality and they pushed it. Why she's latched onto Ryudo, I'm not entirely sure. Other than, perhaps, that he was one of the few people to stand up to her when they first met, and complimented her strength at that. You guys say anything? I would be very careful talking bad to Millennia. I'll believe that's... I'll believe that he believes that. We'll be good without you. Hey, there's a guy back here. And we're going to be seeing more and more of Millennia as this game goes on, but... crap is that? Oh, there it is. Since we've got Millennia in our group now, I'm going to take a brief moment. In the future, I'm not going to be doing a lot of buying and selling on camera, so to say. But just take a brief look here. We can get this for her, and no weapon for her. So there's that. Another thing now is Millennia also has her own equipment. And she has her own mana egg with its own magic in it, as opposed to the holy egg, which we have in our inventory, that Elena had equipped. Millennia comes with the chaos egg. Since nobody's currently using the holy egg, I'll take it for myself. And then you can power up things for her just the same. I could get that, but I'll hold off. Instead, this is a pretty good one. What's this one? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Now, this one has 2 stars, this one has 1 star. I'm not sure if I actually explained this or not. Just getting it in the first time unlocks it, but after that you can put more stars into it to make it better. And then let's see what these magics have here. Anything I can unlock? Okay, no more spells I can unlock. I'll worry about upgrading some of these more later on, and simply having the points, or simply having the points to buy something, doesn't necessarily mean you'll unlock it. to get, like, this one, say maybe you need this one up to 3 stars or something. I don't actually remember what it is. But the idea is if there are no abilities, just upgrade the ones you have. And you'll get there eventually. We still don't have any skill books, but we should be getting some of those at least soon-ish, and then I can explain that. In the meantime, I think I've done about as much explaining as I can do. So we're going in after that kid. Now, I took a quick run around the village, and I could have sworn there was, like, some money or something laying around, but I never saw any. Yep, that's that whole half of the village. Nothing there. How about this whole half of the village? I think it's neat that even though there is absolutely nothing here, they still went to the trouble of, like, modeling all these neat houses and things. Alright. Oh, well, that's blocked off. They did say it was a cave, though. That's probably the path through town and out the other side. The monsters, on the other hand, came from here. And probably, come nighttime, just retreated back to the cave to go back out and cause more problems tomorrow. See some frogs. Stalactites. Dangerous stalactites. So what they showed us, though, was a puzzle, and something we're going to be dealing with here. Recover should I need it. It's not really a bad puzzle. It's almost not even a puzzle. But it's still neat, and I like it. It's a little dude. Look at that little dude. So he's just wandering around looking for puff nuts. Other than that, he doesn't do anything. He's just kind of here. Bomb. Doesn't really do much. Can't do anything with him. That guy confused me for a while because I kept thinking like, oh man, this is kind of important, but no, he actually does nothing. That's there simply to introduce them to you. You'll probably see some more as the game goes on. That looks breakable. And that looks like a boulder. Take that, boulder. Take that, snake. And now we've got Millennia in our company. The snakes aren't really anything too fancy. We fought them before. Millennia now fights with a crossbow. So she still has the combo and critical, just like the other characters do. With a crossbow, she doesn't actually have to run all the way up to the enemy before hitting them, though. And then, let's see here, moves and magic. She has arrow shot, which is just kind of a regular thing. Fallen wings, which I'll get to later. And then the various magic that we've given her. Millennia doesn't have the strongest regular attack. She is our black mage. So Ryudo's pretty well-rounded, but mostly is there for, like, multiple quick hits. Millennia is our black mage, whereas Elena was our healer, white mage.
That was beautiful, you guys!
I love her portrait. She's just so not dealing with anything. Got a nerve. And we're back into the main room. We could hop down here if we wanted to go back, since we hopped down to get here. We didn't really immediately have a way back. Also got a lever there. Is this where we came in? No, it's not. But I got initiative. Okay, well, let's see here. She has... Spell-wise, she has a heal, which is always nice to have. Burn is good for single target. Howl is a fancy one. I don't think I've ever especially looked through Elena's magic. But she has heal, healer, which is just stronger heal. Let's see here, sleep, silence, effectively. And then tier 3 is always like buffs. So this is always going to be, I guess you could say offensive magic, but this is a healing thing, so it's healing magic. And then these are like debuffs, and then finally buffs. So Diggin' is good for defense, Wow is good for offense, Runner is speed, Cure will remove some things. Okay, I don't know who I'm fighting. Let's fight here.
Can you feel the love in here? This is boring.
Thanks, Millennia. Thanks for me not having to do any work there. Okay, doors open. Howl is really good when you can hit an area of guys with it. Because it is, as you saw, it's an area targeted around whoever it is that you're targeting. So if you can hit multiple guys, we've just run back where we are, we need to get across here. Let's hit this lever. If you can hit a group of guys, super efficient damage. Not really worth it if you're just hitting one person with it, though. If you're just going to be hitting one person, I'd suggest just using the fire spell. Okay, let's see here. Hey. And this actually takes us up top. We were down there a moment ago, and now that we've pushed that down, we can run this way to backtrack.